Bhuvneshwar Kumar is the most skillful white ball bowler in the world. You know, I can't think of any other that bowls at 80 odd miles an hour and has that white ball moving like he does. There's no one that I know can just get the ball to subtly move like Kumar can, whether it's the outswinger, the inswinger, the cutters. You know, on commentary here in the UK, Dennis was on about the backspinner that he bowled to get rid of Moeen Ali. The backspinner that just allowed it to zip off the surface and seam. He's got the Yorkers. He can bowl the bouncer. Not often, but when he thinks it's going to unsettle the batter, he'll bowl the bouncer. I don't know of a more skillful bowler at that pace around the world. And when you think he's coming back from an injury, a remarkable comeback for Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
And we conceded to Shardul, Thakur, to Prasidh Krishna. Fine guys, you can go for a few, but take the wickets. Bhuvi is stingy. He said, I'll take the wickets, but hey, I'm not going for more than 4. So there was a stage when the entire Indian bowling lineup, this is how it finished off, of course, after things evened out. But all the other 4 names under Bhuvi Joy were 10 plus and over, and Bhuvi was still going for under 4. So it was just, and just to add to that, you go to Virat Kohli and tell him that, listen, by the way, your 6th bowler, Hardik Pandya, he's going to be sitting out sipping a cup of coffee. Rohit's going to be sitting out, so you're not going to have your vice captain there. Let's see, Shreyas Iyer won't be on the field over there. And Johnny Bairstow's just given you a start with 90 of 60. Go for it.
No, absolutely. I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar is absolutely he's an amazingly skillful player. And the big thing about it is the amount of control he's had. The other interesting thing, remember, Gautam, when we've been following Indian cricket for a couple of decades, more than that, maybe 3-4 decades, and one of the things you had was bowlers would burst into the scene as fast bowlers and soon become medium pacers. You had Munaf Patel, tear away fast bowler, suddenly turns down, he's a 125 bowler, control, line and length. Because they all decided once they're in the team, now let us, we're getting wickets with control, not with pace. Right now in India, because what's happening is exactly the reverse. They're coming in. So Bhuvi came in as a 125 to 128 bowler. I know him because he's a product of the National Cricket Academy when Dave Watmore was in charge. And he was the first guy to recommend. In fact, when we were at KKR, we spoke to him and he said that, this kid from Uttar Pradesh, have a good look at him. So he was but he's a swing bowler. He says he's not express pace. He's about 125, 100, max 130. Today, Bhuvi can bowl between 135 and 140. So instead of slowing down, Indian bowlers are actually getting faster. They're adding 5 to 10 kilometers of pace. And that's something new. So Bhuvi becomes an even more dangerous weapon. And because India's, maybe rotation policy is good enough, he's getting enough rest. He's went out due to injuries. He's had enough time to recover. The NCA has invested a hell of a lot of time in also helping him get fit. And now he's back and he's one of the best in the world, as Michael said.
And Michael, to finish off on Bhuvneshwar, just purely from a point of view of someone who may not appreciate the nuances of the game, but just looks at him as a character, he wouldn't exactly intimidate you. If he rings the bell in the middle of the night and you're expecting this big strapping fast bowler, you'd be like, come in, cup of tea. So it's all about the skill.
Yeah, but give me someone bowling 90 odd miles an hour any day of the week. I'll face them with my eyes shut because I just like the pace deflection. But someone like Bhuvneshwar, where you have to think so much and everything has to be spot on in your timing because you know that he's going to be probing on that front foot, moving it either way. And you know he can outskill you. You know that he can bowl the balls that necessarily you can't prepare for. When you're facing real quick bowling, it's just your instincts take over and you can just react and play. When you're facing someone like Bhuvneshwar, you really, really have to think hard as a batsman. You're right, you're probably not going to have too many sleepless nights because you're not going to get hurt, but you will get hurt in the worst way because you'll be on the way back to the pavilion because he'll outskill you. I don't know him that well, but every time I've seen him and talked to him, he seems the most placid gentleman in the team, lovely guy. And he knows how to fire up as soon as he goes over that white line. He's got that inner, not steel in terms of shouting at the opponents or running down and chirping and sledging any batter, but you just know you're in a contest. He's got a real nice body language of control. And when he's got the ball in hand, I'm sure Virat Kohli just kind of sits back and goes, I could like me on this chair when generally England play white ball cricket. I sit back and relax. It's going a bit pear-shaped. So I'm going to have to come a bit further forward, having lost a few, but I think Virat can sit back and relax when Bhuvneshwar has the ball in hand. He's in full control.